Hey guys, welcome to my shop. Well, if you've been following my channel, you'll know that I've been making a few birdhouses. My wife wanted Christmas presents for, like sisters and daughters and granddaughters and stuff. So I started out, she told me she wanted 5. Well, I did 5, 5 became 6, and this is 7. So hopefully it's the last one. So stay tuned, I'm going to show you how I made this thing, and it's a lot of trials and tribulations in this little thing here, believe it or not. Stay tuned. I already had this little roof cut out, for that one of the birdhouse I made with the roof on it, so I thought I'd go ahead and take advantage of it. So I went out back and I cut me off this little piece of cedar, and it appears pretty good, but I'm going to go over to the bandsaw and cut all these little limbs off. Then I'm going to put it between centers and square it up. My thought is, this is going to go on top naturally, is to make this in some sort of like teardrop. Cut the bottom off, hollow it out, and epoxy it in here and put the bottom back on. Make a couple rings to disguise it. That's the plan. This shouldn't be a great big project, but I'm doing it. I might as well show it to you. So let me get this cut off and get this between centers, and then I'll move the camera to the lathe, and we'll commence to make this sapsucker round. Well, as usual, I've had a 100% change of mind. And I took this over to the bandsaw, and I sawed it all off, all them the branches. And I was looking at this, and I said, well, that's sort of pretty. I said, well, shoot. So what I'm going to do, that's the outside, almost. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this drive center in here. I went and took it to the drill press and drilled my 1-inch hole. That's typical. In case you're a new viewer here and you don't understand why, I put the drive center in here, and then when I mount it, there's just absolutely no way, it can't go flying out or lose your grip or whatever. So it's a safety precaution. I do it all the time. I also use a steel hammer. These things are relatively cheap. Plus, I never use I never use a drawbar. That's what that hole's for. And where a little threaded hole, that's what it's for. I don't even own a drawbar. I never use one. You sure don't need it with this one. I got to replace this. It's spun too many times. But anyway, that's what I do. I don't need a lecture about using a steel hammer. So I need a knife center. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, here's the plan. Let me get this mounted first. Bring this thing up here. Well, part of the plan was to move the camera up where you can see what you're doing, but that part of the plan I failed on. So watch a little bit of this, and then we'll just get out of it and move on to the next step, and I'll explain what I did. I need to cut this down enough to where it'll fit into here. So that's all I'm going to do right from about there down, and then I'm going to part. I'll square this up first, and I'm going to part off a piece about like so. And this piece I'm going to use to make a, what would you call it, a cover or something to go into the bottom for cleaning out later. I'm not going to do the teardrop idea, nothing like that. All right, sorry about that. Let's just move on now. Well, dumbass me never moved the camera up from when I was shooting it down here on the bed, so I filmed the whole segment of turning this, out of your view. But anyway, what I did, just to catch you, I had it here and I had it here. I used a square tool, to square it on this end and square it on this end, and then I took and used a parting tool to cut this off. That's going to be my little cover to go in the bottom. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a faceplate on here, and I'm going to hollow it from this end. I'm going to leave the outside pretty natural. What bark comes off, I'm not sure. We'll see. I may turn it down a little bit. I sure like the way this looks here. Make a pretty birdhouse, more natural. So we'll see. Sorry about that, but oh well. All right, I got it drilled out. I'm going to hollow a little bit, not too awful much because the walls aren't that thick in the first place. I'm going to use this, this I call my catfish. I built this with a rest. I'm not going to use the rest because the rest built for this is designed for a big bowl. The reason I like this is because, as you can see, it's really heavy. And when you're going in pretty far, you know, it's nice to have something that, you know, that will take all the abuse, which is what it is. So, let me get my face shield on, and we'll see if we can whirl this thing up and cut it out a little bit. Let me see how thick I got here. Right here is the thinnest part. All right. So I get down to about there. Now I've got to put a lip on it for my lid on the bottom. A little bit more. I think that's about enough. It looks pretty good in there. All right. This tool is very effective. I like it. Okay, I'm going to come in here now for about a ½ inch and make a lip for my lid to fit in. And we'll do a little sanding and cleaning up on the outside of this. And I'll make the bottom. So I'm going to use a square cutter to do that. So I'm going to come in here right now, just about that much, not any more. About the length of that. Alright, that ought to do it. Now I'm going to make me a plug for the bottom when I get done with this. Get rid of the gloves. Never wear gloves when sanding. See what we got. This ought to work. I'm not going to rotate it anyway, but that's alright. It's sort of pretty. Turn it around here. This is going to be a unique birdhouse. I gotta figure where I want to put the hole at. I'm thinking right here. I think that'll be deep enough from the bottom, right here. Well, another change of plans. I just did not like this top on it. I just thought it looked like crap. And I just, maybe it would, I don't know. Just my opinion, so I'll use that another day. So I just cut her down, sanded her up a little bit. The plug in the bottom I made on the bandsaw and put a screw in the back to hold it, and it's nice and dainty. It's for my granddaughter, she'll like it. So, I'm going to put a little sealer on it and we'll wrap this up. There you go. Light as a feather. Well guys, here's the end product. It's a little old birdhouse. It certainly didn't end up like I had envisioned it. But that just happens. Almost every product happens that way. I'm pretty lucky. I have the ability to salvage almost anything. This one is turned out pretty nice. It's just sealed with sealer. Bottom has the little plug so you can clean it out. So, keep watching my channel, subscribe, and tell everybody you know, all that kind of stuff. And whatever you do, keep them whirling.